What's going on, y'all? It's your man Quincy Whetstone, aka Q Stone, and welcome to another episode of the BeatStreet Podcast. Man, today I want to welcome back some brothers I met about 9 years ago.
Yeah.
They are a gospel rap singing duo. Since 2014, they have released 6 albums.
Six projects.
6 projects. Worship and Rhyme Volume 1.
Come on.
We Run Cool.
We still do.
The New Church.
Hallelujah.
And the Screw Church 1, 2, and 3.
You know it.
Yeah.
And y'all about to drop another one
The New Growth.
called The New Growth.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed.
Yes, man. These brothers are men of God, followers of Christ, ministers through their music,
Yes.
husbands,
Yeah.
fathers. I want to welcome back the brothers of the New Cool, man.
You know it. You know it.
Man, what's been going on with it, man?
Hey, man, it's a blessing to be here, man, to get with you every time we can, man.
Yeah, man.
Hey, still on fire for God.
Oh, yeah.
Still inspired. Still making good music and learning how to get it to the people.
Yeah, man. What's been keeping that motivation going? What's been keeping it going?
Oh, man, life, you know.
Yeah.
Hey, God's still in the blessing business, and He's still giving us that drive, and we still got faith, man, and we know why we doing it, you know.
Yeah.
The gift, man, is to be shared.
Yeah.
So we got the gift. Don't nobody rap and sound like Ozone.
Right. Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
I would like to say, don't nobody approach music the way I do, the way a Barrow do it. You may, a lot of people may say a Zero or a Big Mo or whatever they're used to, but there's only one me.
Yeah.
And the way that we decided to do it for God, I feel like, it don't get no hotter than the New Cool.
Man.
Know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, man. And y'all boys be looking clean too, I must say, because I'm always watching y'all boys, man. Y'all in them suits, man. So how important is it for y'all to look like that? Because y'all be wearing suits on y'all videos. I haven't seen y'all do a fight scene in y'all suits. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, just tell me how important is that for y'all, man?
And that's just how we feel, when we initially came out, we just us being cool and coming up with the name The New Cool. That's just how we felt. We seen a lot of guys who were still in their streetwear and stuff like that, and that's a part of who we are too. But man, we just wanted to come up there and look cool and fresh, and that's how we felt, and that's how we feel.
Yeah, I mean, it sets us apart, and I gotta say that my homie Ozone was one of the ones who influenced me to graduate from the street clothes to putting on the suit.
Yeah.
When you get in that suit, it does something to your self-esteem.
Yeah, it does.
Talk about it.
You feel secure. You feel confident. You feel covered. But you also feel like you've taken the extra effort that many haven't. Because it's a process just to get dressed in a suit.
Yeah.
Not only that, but a man in a suit commands respect.
Yeah.
For some reason.
Yeah.
It's just a natural thing the way you see a guy in a suit and you kind of like grant them some level of respect off top because, man, they got a suit on. It must be somebody.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So, yeah, we're the New Cool is never going to sway away from putting on the blazers and putting on the suits and ties because really, for me, when I was influenced by Ozone to start putting on suits, that was like me growing up.
Okay.
Yeah, and the suit was like, when I got saved in the church I was in, man, people really went out their way to really look good and represent themselves well, So this was before the come as you are term, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So if I could get that way for the world, why can't I get that way when I go to church, you know what I'm saying? And with that, like B said, the confidence, the swag, I started, it started to look good, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yes.
It matched the sound too, man. It matched the sound. It's like it's a cool, it's banging, it's smooth, but it's hard at the same time, man. So it just kind of represents who y'all are, man. So I definitely noticed that, man, with y'all music and everything else, man. So you was the dresser and you influenced. So how you always been the sharp dresser? You just
I ain't always been the suit guy, but you know, I had the drip for a while. You know
you drip, yeah. All right. So on that video, we on. That's y'all single right now. We on.
New visual. It's the intro to the new album.
Okay.
So not necessarily a for sure single.
Okay.
But it definitely brings people into the world of sets the tone for how the album is going to sound.
Okay, I got you. It's content to present what's coming.
Right.
Not necessarily gonna be the single, yeah.
It's an appetizer, you know, and really the official latest single that we have released is Church Girl Bounce.
Church Girl Bounce, yeah.
You know, so as we approach the summer, more and more we're going to be letting it be known that this record is one of the ones that need to be a part of the cookouts. It needs to be a part of, you know, the playlist when it comes to people coming together.
Right? Yeah, so it's kind of letting know that church people can have fun too, of course, and can dance and can kind of do it like that. So how that song come about?
I mean, hey, we in the studio. I mix studio with the boy Bruce Bang.
Which one you talking
about?
Hold
on, I know we done switched it up. Okay.
Church Girl Bounce.
I'm gonna come back to We On, but let's go with the Church Girl Bounce.
So typically when me and Ozone cook up these songs, we put them in a crock pot. They go through a whole process before we present them to the world.
Right.
Now, when it came to Church Girl Bounce, we were actually in the studio working on our album, and we just decided while our engineer Bruce went to go to he went to go take a break, and I said, you know, I'm gonna play some beats. You know, I think at that time that had been one of the first times we had been in the same room to vibe to something in a long time.
Yeah.
And it was one of them Louisiana bounce beats by my boy DJ Chop-A-Lot. Shout out to him.
Okay. Yes, sir.
And it was an instant vibe. We just instantly started vibing to some Church Girl Bounce, and it felt free. It felt out the box.
Yeah, it was organic for sure. You know, again, man, he just played the track, and we just in there, and if you know you love God, where you at?
Yeah.
Where you at? That was the foundation.
Yeah.
We like, oh, we got some, you know. So we kept that. Of course, we finished what we went there to do, but you know, following days, it's like, okay, man, let's see what we got with this.
So is that why y'all got a Gifted on there? Cause he got that New Orleans swag kind of.
Yeah, well, you know, we've been knowing Gifted for a while, man, and you know, we finally got a chance to really work with him. So when we heard that, we like, hey, this got Gifted name on it.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing about collaborating with artists. For us, we want to make sure that we're choosing the songs and the sounds that complement the artist and making an environment for us all to do our best. To be motivated to do our best. And finally, after years of knowing our brother Gifted, finally, if we were able to feel like we got something to present him that he would want to rock with us on. You know, so and he killed it.
Yeah, and y'all had everybody out. You had all the fam out with you. You started out with your baby in your own.
Hey, and to this day, my son wants to see and hear Church Girl Bounce every day.
Yeah.
Every day. He's 2 years old. He's trying to hit the steps and everything right now.
Yeah, man. You know. That's what's up, man. Yeah. All right, so We On. That's the one I started with. We On. Y'all on the rooftop. I see the fro in the back. That's the mirror with that woman with that fro, right? I think I saw that back there.
Yeah, she back there.
Yeah. See, I like that. I don't know if that was on purpose or not, but yeah, that was live.
Well, everything is on purpose.
Already.
And then when you break it down, even some of the things that we don't see, it even just confirms how on purpose our walk is.
Yeah.
You
Right on, man. Yeah. So y'all on the rooftop and we on. So where that come from? What was the inspiration behind that jam?
We on. I mean, I always, you know, I'm a fan of celebration music, you know, and everybody got a time in their life where they just envision, you know, if I hit this lottery, what I would do, or when I get, you know, this job and make this money, what I'm gonna do. So, I mean, we've been doing this for a while, and now this is our celebration time, and we embracing where we at right now in life. It's new growth, following, living up to the album title, but hey, we just on, man. Musically, physically, spiritually, you know what I'm saying?
Preach.
Go any ways, man. So, I could wake up in the morning, I could hear that song, and it's just how I feel, man. I'm at a level of Christ where everything is good. My life is balanced. Financially, it's getting balanced. Spiritually, like I said, it's balanced. The kids graduating, and hey, man, we on.
Oh man, yeah, that's
What he said, I mean, we on is one of those things. When I first heard it, when Ozone first introduced the hook to me, like I was like, it sounds like a song that, we would be able to rock to. It sound like a new cool song. You know how some songs sound like a theme,
Right.
but it sounded like a theme for only us to celebrate.
Yeah.
But the more I listened to it, I envisioned people grasping it for themselves. Because then as I listened to it, I started to grab it, like, I started taking it personal, like, I'm on. Like, you know what I'm saying? And it's definitely one of those celebration jams. Shout out to Sal Capone,
Yes, sir.
who's the amazing trumpet player on there, who, and this is what I love about Houston. We have so many talented artists and musicians. And I think that a lot of times some of our brothers and sisters just need an opportunity to do their thing. And I'll even say this. Some of our brothers and sisters are waiting for the invitation from the people of God to give them an opportunity to do their thing.
Oh man.
For God.
Yeah. Man.
Yeah.
And it's amazing how hard they go. I mean, Sal plays on a lot of different platforms and a lot of different styles of music. But he said, hey, what y'all doing, I'm happy to be a part of this.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, I no longer look at the artists like Devon Wands, who never was afraid to reach out, to the outside people, the secular so-called community that wasn't in CHH or gospel rap, to be on records. I think that we should be giving people, and especially other artists, opportunities to profess their faith by rocking with us in some type of way.
Yeah, because sometimes you never know, man. Like, you work with somebody who you don't even know, like, what they've been going through or what they've been thinking about, and you get with them on a song, and they like, man, yes, this is what I've been wanting to get down with, man. This is good music, man. I'd love to do this with y'all anytime.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we could be that church to people, or that light, if it wasn't for the new cool, working with some outside people, they never would have experienced that, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, hey, we'd be glad to be that door or that light for somebody.
Yeah, because everybody don't shout their faith like we do, They just, they have it, but they just don't, But when they get around people where they can, like, express that freely, man, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's like, who did the track on there?
Ooh. I'm trying to think, who did that track?
Man, we work with a lot of producers.
Oh, the producer, I got all the producers. I'm like, oh, come on. He like, come on.
And I knew he was gonna get in trouble because he's a real producer. Who did that track? Hold on, because we get a lot. We do, and that's the thing. The new cool is definitely going to get better at remembering all of the producers. But let me see, what's the name of this one?
Want to come back to it?
Yeah, let's come back.
Yeah, man, we'll come back.
He didn't hit us with a question that we did not authorize.
I did the BeatStreet, baby.
Okay.
I need to know who did the beat, baby. I need to know. Yeah, man. So y'all on the roof. So y'all on top of the roof, on top of the world, man. Jamming, man. That's what's up, man. So this is part of the new growth, right? That's kind of intro to the new growth. So what is the new growth? What's been growing new, man?
I mean, hey, I think that, I know that when it comes to walking with God and the new cool, we've been rocking since 2012, at least in our development stages. We dropped our first project around 2013, 2014 maybe. And it's 2024. 10 years have passed.
Yeah.
Officially when it comes to the music side. Evolution had to had to be there. You know, that when you walk in with Christ, you can't stay the same way.
Oh.
And so this is one of those projects that expresses and displays the growth in our artistry, the growth in our walk, the growth in our subject matter, you know, and we believe that there's a lot of Christians, there's a lot of believers of God that also have been walking with him and have been growing. And so this is one of those projects that encourages it, speaks about it, celebrates it. Yeah, it's one of those.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so again, to piggyback off what he said, is, man, the culture is somewhat against growth. You know what I'm saying? The hood, it's a perspective of, oh man, you think you all that if you get a new job or you get a new car, it's like, oh, he think he, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And so people sometimes shun growth. But I mean, when we think about it on the spiritual or physical side, it's like when a baby starts crawling, parents like, oh, you know, they excited about growth. When the baby start walking, they excited about growth. Say the first words, the parents excited about growth, you know? And so it's like, why when people grow as adults, it's kind of like you doing something wrong, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, man, look, we encouraging growth, we acknowledge growth. I mean, hey, we all about that. And so the album is just a reflection of, like I say, spiritually, physically, we growing, man. And we just want to encourage everybody to grow, get better. You know what I'm saying? It's never too late to keep going. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. And they say, you know, it's a thing now that they say rap is a young man's game, right? But how can you have an album about new growth if you don't grow and express that? You know, you can grow at a young age, but it only takes experience in order to put that out there. Like, you got to have that knowledge. You know what I'm saying? So I believe that the industry created this whole rap as a young man's game because they want to keep that young energy, spirit out there, that trash. Well, I don't want to call it trash, but you know what I'm saying.
Where they can control it.
They can control it.
The immaturity. If we want to be nice and don't say trash.
Yeah. I don't want to call it,
The immaturity.
Right.
They want to keep that as viable as possible because, again, they're able to control, take advantage, and also control narratives, you know, when it comes to what they want our youth to be following, what they want, you know, the industry wants to shape what cool is. And you know, the truth is the culture is really shaped by what's going on in the world. You know, hip hop is really shaped by what's going on in the hood. You know, they just try to take what's going on in the hood, try to bottle it up and try to, you know, market it and probably, you know, commercialize it as much as they can and then try to resell it back to us.
Yeah.
You know, but at the end of the day, shout out to Houston, Texas for being a city that loves God. And I say that because just as much as we love the swangers and the slabs and the screw music that we grew up around, Houston loves God because it was a church on every other corner. It still is to this day. So I think that, you know, for the new cool, just being the voice of Houston in such a way to where we speak to the spirituality of the culture we have here in Houston.
Right on, man. Right on, man.
Yes, sir.
I want to stay on that too, man, because I was messaging with y'all earlier about what D1 been doing. Have y'all been following that?
Yeah, we've been following.
Just kind of what D1. So I'm gonna play something, man. So I just found this little clip on here.
Uh-oh.
I'm just gonna play what he said, and I'm gonna play it on here. I'm gonna, put it in the thing on the edit. But here we go.
Jim Jones, you could do better, brother. I love you too much. I love you too much to not be honest with you. Rick Ross, you could do better, brother. Meek Mill, you could do better, brother. I love you too much not to be honest with you. Are you the face of prison reform? Cause are you the face of prison reform? Or are you sitting here on your new song with Ross talking about getting somebody murked and shot at the red light? Which one is it, bro? Which one is it, bro? Cause I did a shoe giveaway in my city and gave out 1,300 pairs of your shoes because they said reform underneath them. And I love that you partnered with a major shoe company and you out here pushing prison reform. But now I got to sit here like, man, this man glorifying getting people killed as of a week ago. Like, what are you doing, bro? Lil Snoop really got killed. That broke your heart. You wear him around your neck. Why are you glorifying the same thing? When my best friend got killed, when Carl got killed, New Orleans know who I'm talking about. When Carl got killed, and I had to go to his funeral and read the eulogy and be part of the funeral, and I got back in my car, Sway, after the funeral, and I turned on my music, and I realized I'm listening to music that's glorifying the same stuff that just happened to my best friend. It gave me chills.
Man. He going, hey man, he out there, he's swaying to the world right now, man. I'm like, he out there battling, man.
It's needed. It's been needed, and who better than a Christian to take his, take his cross to the world and bear it, and set the mold, Hey, we coming out too, just as OGs of what we doing now, leaders. It's time for us to stand up and set the bar, because we got a lot of younger Christian artists out here, a lot of young Christians, and it's really no guidance, you know what I'm saying? So if we could stand up and be bold and show people the way, the righteous way, hey, I'm all for it. And that's what that brother doing, on a national level. So with him being bold like that, I believe he bringing more brothers up behind him to be bold and carry their cross too.
Shout out to Slingshot David, a.k.a. D1, because he's definitely going against Goliath.
Yeah.
And with God, you see what David was able to do against Goliath. Who is Goliath? It's the machine. It's the so-called industry that has made billions of dollars on pushing, on when I say pushing, I mean investing in particular artists for particular messages to be able to impact a particular type of people in order to feed a particular wealth system.
Yeah.
That's why when you really go behind the curtains of who runs these record companies, of who runs these different parts of the industry, there are people who look nothing like us. And so, again, when I think about what the new cool is standing up to do, we are representing for those people who look like us, who feel like us, believe like us. And what we are also letting it be known is that you can grow. And you can grow in God. I think that's the thing too. So many people stay in elementary when it comes to their faith.
Yeah.
All you want to do is celebrate that Jesus was born and that he died for our sins. And you stay right there. All the lessons, all the game that he gave in between, all of the lessons that was given before he came, that was setting up the whole scenery for him to come, that God gave. There's a lot of gems that us as believers have to contribute to our society today that we can eat off of and grow off of and prosper off of. And it's more important for those voices to be heard than it is the ones talking about ignorance.
Yeah, it is, man. And then it's you gotta be bold now. And it's like it's so much against it now that it's a little more challenging to be bold now. It's a little bit more, let me fall back, because it's a little ashamed that's going on. I don't want to say too much. I'm just gonna let it be, while everybody else talking louder.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So you gotta really be strong on your faith, man, and be all the way in, because it's a battle, and it could be a little scary. Not to be fearful about it, but it's like
I don't know. I mean, when we talk about the clip of D1 mentioning Jim Jones, I remember him. Jim Jones gave a real physical threat.
Yeah. He came back.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So some of these, I think that speaking to specific rappers is very bold of D1 to call out specific rappers. I think that when you do that, specific rappers will feel like, hey, you're trying to take food off my plate. But I'll say this, maybe not directly, but just like we standing up for God, we are trying to take food off the devil's plate.
Right. Right
We
on.
want people to eat the soul food that God has given us to serve.
Yeah.
Versus the toxic candy
Yeah.
that's being given. That's
So-
gonna give you cavities, make your teeth fall out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, if God is giving you that fight, if he's giving you that mission to go against that particular Goliath, then you gotta stand on business.
Huh.
Kingdom business.
That don't it, man.
You can't be worried about the blowback and the repercussions that's gonna come from it. And the biggest thing that I can say about the new cool on why we haven't blew up yet is because we haven't sold out. And what I mean by that is, we sold out to Christ, but we didn't sell out to be able to really, become big in the industry. And we had opportunities.
Right.
And so,
Talk about it.
We decided to do it the slow way for some, the long way, however you want to look at it. But we didn't want to put the industry and trying to make it and being famous over our family, over our marriages, over our children.
Famous over faith.
Yeah, because when you make those type of decisions, you can become a monster
Yeah.
and lose your soul.
It's a lot comes with that. And it's, when people say they sacrificing their soul and stuff like that, that's pretty much what it is. When you sign these certain contracts and you can't really be who you are as a person, as an artist no more, you pretty much sold that. And so now you on the leash of whatever they want you to be, And so that's what I love about me and this brother, man. We've sat in label meetings. We had these tough conversations. We had some money getting offered to us. We had to go back home and be like, nah, that ain't it. We had some people telling us, oh, nah, y'all should do more songs like this than this, And so we like, nah, we don't want to contradict who we are and what we believe in. You know what I'm saying? So again, to some people, they may feel like we ain't on because we ain't on that level per se of what they think on is. You know what I'm saying? But if we can keep our faith and our integrity and our family, we sleep good at night. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. Peaceful.
We look good when we step out. You know what I'm saying? So, man, that's what it's all about, man. Keeping your faith, keeping your family right, keeping your health right, man, and your spirit right. That's what it's all about.
And to keep it real, you say blow up, you say on, but what is that? I mean, all of that is being exposed now. Because people think they done blew up, but our bank accounts got more money than this person here who think they got.
Talk about it.
All that's getting exposed now. And what had to be done to even get the little that you got.
Come on.
A
whole lot of sacrifice.
A whole lot of sacrifice. Are you really happy? What you dealing with in your mind right now?
Compromising.
Are you on now? You ain't on. You looking like you on, but you ain't on, man.
Hey, they just look like it.
And yeah, man.
Well, they look like it because the people who there's people or there's companies that need them to look like they own so that they can stay on.
Yeah, there it is.
You know what I mean? And so here it is. We had to recognize what's real and what's fake in the industry. And what are we willing to do, in order to get the real blessings and the fake blessings, knowing the difference. And so, yeah, man, I think that even to this day, when it comes to CHH, the New Cool is one of the hardest groups in CHH. We honestly.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think that if you gave us a real listen and checked out our body of work right now, go to Rerun Cool, go to the New Church. I think even going back to Worship and Rhyme, I think that you'll see that there's no other two-man duo since UGK, since the 8 Ball and MJG, since who else? Since the Outkast.
Yeah.
That has presented the gospel and presented God in the way that we have. In such a organic way, a real way, such a beyond the surface way to where, if you didn't been through some type of struggle, if you didn't been through, surviving the hood, if you done been through, loss in your life, parents, if you done been through drug addiction or people around you, close loved ones battling with drug addiction, if you done been through church hurt, you gonna feel us because we've been able to speak on the real for a long time. And I think that in such a way to where it's not we love Jesus, Jesus loves us, and kept it at that. Right. I think that more and more the new cool has been able and will continue to be able to say those things that a lot of our favorite Christian hip hop artists are scared to speak on.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, man, that's right, man. These boys are jamming. They been jamming, and then like I say, it's good music, but it has the power behind it. It has a message. It's uplifting. It's meant to change lives, and it's not just about them. So, and that's always that narrow road, man. So, blessings to you guys for sticking the course, man.
Oh yeah, man, no doubt, and. Hey man, it's a lot of people out there that keep us going. This ain't an easy road that we on. But when you have people come to us and say, "Man, I'm Ozone the Great," and I never met Lecrae like that. But if somebody come to me and say, "Hey man, your music resonated with me more," I think you the best artist I heard in CHH, or man, that song really blessed our life, or man, I was going through a hard time in my life and I just went and got in my car and I turned on Church in the Bando, man, and it changed my whole perspective or view of life. It's testimonies like this where you like, okay, I ain't even worried about all the numbers and all of that, man. God is really using us in a special way, and hey, that's why we keep going, man. That's why we stay in the studio. That's why we ain't even listening to all this outside stuff. Cause like you say, man, we've been doing this for a while. We've seen people rise up real quick, and now we look around and they ain't even doing it no more. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. we seen people in the game and coming up and spitting, and now they selling weed or they ain't even doing it no more. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And so, not to toot our horn, but it's like, hey, we came out and we stayed consistent and we've been growing and we still growing. And now we got an album about to come out called New Growth. You know what I'm saying?
New Growth.
Yeah, man. And you can see that, man. Like the more you in it, man, the more like y'all stay in the course. And then now y'all back out again with this project and you can see it coming through. You can see it coming through the screen,
Come
man.
through.
It's shining. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. You know what I'm saying? Like, look at these boys here, man. Man, so y'all boys.
Thank you, by the way, brother. Thank you.
Hey, we thank you for giving us a platform, man, to talk this talk, man.
Man, talk it, baby. Hey, man, so both of y'all boys, man, got family. You seeing your kids graduate and all that, man. Everything is going live.
Hey, shout out to PG, man. My daughter, she at PV. Honor Society, man, doing her thing. My son about to graduate, just had his prom. Hey, man, shout out to y'all, man. Hey, we on, you know what I'm saying? They inspired the song too, man. Just looking at my family. Q got the honor to do some work with my wife, you know what I'm saying? They told me that was a dope experience going on. So, hey, man, it's a small world, man, but God is good.
Yeah, man. I think I told y'all. Go
ahead.
No, I was telling you because I was like, she was there, right? And it was like, she said, Orlando. I think I know Orlando. But, I ain't thinking. I'm like, okay, Orlando, okay. And I'm like, man. And then I still didn't get it. Yeah. And I was like, wait a minute. Hill. I like, that's his wife. I was like, oh, my Lord. All this time, that's crazy, man.
So shout out to D Hill.
Yeah.
Ozone's wife, amazing actress.
Yeah, man.
If you have not seen her work, I know for sure you can see it on Tubi.
Yeah, it's on all the platforms, man. Y'all just look her up, man, and hey, it's there.
I mean, so how's that, man? She acting, you in the ministry, you rapping and you music, man. How's that combination, man?
Hey, we try to keep it humble, man, but it's a lot of talent in my household. And she been acting since school. I've been, supporting her throughout the years. I've been doing my thing too, and it's just a blessing, man, to see how her hard work, come full circle, and her being a premier artist, not only in Houston, but all over Tubi and all the other platforms. So God is just shining his light on us, man, and we're going to keep on moving and stay faithful until this thing becomes full blossom, you know.
That's what's up, man.
Yeah.
Barrow, how old is your son now?
So I got a 19-year-old son. He'll be 20 within a few weeks, actually. And then I have a 2-year-old son. And then in between that, I got 2 girls that's 5 and 6 years old.
Yeah.
You know, so it's a huge gap. You know, but all that young energy keeps it fresh up in there. You know what I'm saying? And me and my wife are celebrating 20 years of marriage.
20?
20.
So got married at 20 years old.
Okay. Yeah,
you know, and this is for all the ones who grew up quick. You know, I was already off the porch at 10, 11 years old. Okay? So by the time I got to 20, it was time for me to settle down.
Yeah.
You know, and so by the grace of God, man, by the grace of God, what I love about my family unit, man, is like my kids are big fans of the new cool. And I'm talking organic. I'm going to be honest, they so much big fans of the new cool. When I don't want to hear the new cool, when I don't want to be the new cool, they demand it. They really own it like that. So they like low-key like an A&R for me. You know, they let me know what they rocking with, what they like to hear, what's their favorite song. And then to have a wife that's just so supportive of everything that I do. You know, a lot of times as men, we have a hard time leading our women. And I look back at all the changes that God has helped me to make. And women will, especially the wives will be your helpmate if you give them something worthy enough to help you with. You know, women will follow you. They will follow you if you begin to become a leader worth following. And so these are the things that my wife has taught me and helped me to evolve into a man and to really continue to grow and not be stagnant in my growth as a man and as a husband and father. And so, man, I mean, on our end, we real big on entrepreneurship. So, you know, we got different business endeavors that we partner together and help each other with, and on the real estate and financial consulting and all of that. And it's just a beautiful thing to see husband and wife and see family get behind what we're doing as a family.
So, magic question, did you have to grow into that? Like, did you always accept her helping you all, like, fully?
Well, first of all, so talking 20 years ago, because I didn't really get saved. I didn't really like sell out, you know, to Christ until 28, 30 years old, somewhere up in there. Right. So I still was in the streets. I still was making bad decisions and, you know, mistakes. And then even in my walk with God, I still was struggling with addiction. So, you know, I was one of them weed smoking Christians. You know what I'm saying?
Already.
And so at the end of the day, there was still a lot of work that I had to, you know, put in with God. Because, you know, faith without works is dead. Right. So, but when I start putting in the work, and wifey, you know, the ones closest to you, they're going to see it. Man, people are going to help those who are helping themselves. And so, long story short, man, that's what I mean by we got to give our women something to work with, something worthy enough to be able to help us with. And so it was an evolution. She grew into her role as I grew into mine. And that's how it works.
Yeah.
Good stuff right there.
Yeah, so y'all was over there tag teaming, like Ozone, y'all tag teaming.
Back again.
Yeah. Hey, teamwork make the dream work.
Yeah, so like, did you have a lot of time when you was holding it down with the kids while she was on set a lot, or was it just everything worked out?
Yeah, well, kind of like he said, it's kind of full circle, you know. Early on, you know, when the kids were smaller, I was out, you know, making music in the studio a whole lot of times, and she was there, you know, with the kids doing this and doing that, you know. And so, you know, fast forward now, her acting's picking up and she's going out of town and filming, and now it's me there with them, you know. But I got them on the good end now while they older, you know what I'm saying? I can go in there and say, hey, man, fix y'all own food, you know. But, hey, man, it's hard. It's hard trying to balance everything, especially when you an entrepreneur, you know, and, you know, you got family. You got so many so many titles on your head, you know, father, friend, group member, job, you know, husband, whatever it is, you know what I'm saying? So it's hard to balance, but I mean, it's great to have someone who understands what you're doing and, you know, the sacrifices that go into everything. And so, yeah, man, salute to everybody out here, man, that's got wives and husbands and that's still living their dreams and making it work.
Yeah, man.
Amen.
Yeah, so how's it been with y'all as far as the time management? You know what I'm saying? Like, is it right now? That's what I'm going through right now, because I got this. I work in audio visuals, and I'm doing everything else: music, produce, mix, trying to do it all. So right now I'm pushing, but it's like I'm doing it so later. I feel like I'm doing more now than I was doing 10 years ago.
Right.
You know, and I wish I would have did more 10 years ago. But now I'm like, man, I feel like I'm doing more now. So I'm learning still, but it's like I have so much on me that I'm doing that I feel like that I have to do it. So I'm like trying right now, like I'm working on taking some things off my plate. That's why I put a hold on this, because some had to give.
Right.
Because go ahead.
Yeah, balance is not easy, you know, when you're trying to do something great, especially for God, man. You internally, you feeling like God has you doing this certain thing. And for an outside person, they may view it as you just doing your job, or you just rapping, or you just doing your podcast, or whatever it may be. But to you, it feels like a calling, and it's personal, you know? And so, you know, it's just hard to balance when you got kids and family and you still trying to be great at something, you know. Something has to be sacrificed. And a lot of times when we look at professional athletes and professional artists who's mainstream, you know, they always touring, they always gone, you know, they always on the road, and they missing out on family. They missing out on the kids a lot of times. But that's ultimately the sacrifice of being great at what you're doing, you know? And so hopefully, man, as time progresses, you know, your family, your kids understand the work you put in, and it'll all come full circle, you know? But it's not enough hours in the day, man, and you can't please everybody, you know? So you just have to evaluate, you know, with your family and see what's best for everybody overall. You know
Yeah.
Amen. I mean, I will say, I don't believe in taking things off my plate. I believe in learning how to train and delegate. That's what God has shown me how to do. You know, so long story short, a lot of times we're hustling and we're doing more than what we've ever done before. But that's what we're doing, we hustling. Versus building a company, building a movement. And the movement or the company has to consist of more people than just you. You know, and so I think that we have to learn how to acknowledge talent, acknowledge help, the people that God has put in our life to help and who also want opportunities, and find ways to include them in the vision God is giving you. Because if God gave you a vision for something, He's already made the provisions for it to be manifested. But you will have to, you will have to put in the work to build it and to get it going, but you have to also have structure to be able to allow it to be something that sustains. So in those seasons in the beginning, you're doing a lot of work, but the work needs to be strategic in such a way to where you are building an organization, you're building a machine that ultimately can start running efficiently. And then the bigger vision is for it to run without you, in some type of way. So for me, I remember a clip with Charlemagne the God and TD Jakes. And TD Jakes he was laying it on him like, hey, a lot of people, they just, they just got to hustle. They don't have a business. They're doing everything. They catching the food, they cooking the food, they serving the food, they washing the dishes. They got their hand on every part of the operation, and they have to. If they don't, then they don't eat. They just got a great hustle.
Yeah.
If something were to happen to that person, it stops. So I think that for our community, I definitely want to say that, you know, we need to be builders of organizations. We need to be builders and manufacturers of movements that can sustain beyond just our energy. And for the new cool, over the years, I think our biggest struggle has been to have a team. But we started developing a team for certain areas of our operation. So now we can honestly say we got a production team.
Yeah.
Right.
We got an engineer. We got a mastering engineer. We have certain producers that we work with. Not the one that we couldn't think of his name.
Man, hey.
But shout out to Aaron.
Shout out to him.
Shout out to Aaron Musselwhite. Shout out to Bruce Bang.
Yeah.
You know, these are guys who, you know, if we need something to get done, they're there. And so now God is blessing us to start building out other areas that have been weaknesses for us. And so I think that I said all that to say that God is helping us to take our hands off of what he has created and allow him to keep his hand on it and guide it versus us being so hands-on with every single thing, you know.
And also, man, we can't be scared to ask for help, man. God put people in our lives that'll be willing to help. Even people you don't know, man. These people want to volunteer. These people want to learn. And with us putting it out there in the atmosphere that we need help or that we would like somebody to work with us, man, God will send people over to us.
Right on, man. That's a good word right there, man. Because you saying that, man, because it's been on my mind lately with my own music. You know, I can do everything, but I'm like, I think I'm gonna probably get somebody else to probably mix my project because I need to move forward. You know what I'm saying? So if I'm finished my whatever the song I got, I'm trying to mix it. I'm spending time on the mix, so I'm not doing nothing else but trying to get this mix right. But I can just go to somebody who just mix all day,
Right.
and I can move on.
Right.
Yeah, I can mix it, but all right, but
Yeah.
they can mix it too.
Right.
And it's off my plate, and it's gonna be done. I ain't gotta worry about it no more. So that's been on my mind lately, man. And
I hope this brings some confirmation.
yeah.
You know, I mean, the crazy thing about it is sometimes we think that we're saving money, you know, but you know, we're not saving time.
Yeah.
We're not saving, you know, there's other areas that we're taking away from to put so much energy into this one thing. And then on top of that, we may not be the expert. We may be cool at it or good at it. And sometimes we're not fully satisfied with it because we know that an expert would have done better.
Right.
So then sometimes we ended up using all this energy just to end up going to the expert in the end because we wasn't happy with what we did.
Yeah.
Or what I hate is when, and I know hate is a strong word, but when you are about to present something to the people and here you are explaining why it may not be
Right.
all of the standard of what they're used to.
Man.
I just want y'all to know, you know, it's my first thing that I didn't never master before.
I put that disclaimer out there.
You know, I produced it, I wrote it, and then it's like, okay, you making all these, you know, you're showing all these insecurities of why you feel like it may not be embraced like at a certain standard, you know. So, I mean, but at the end of the day, and I said that not to discourage, but you know, when God puts it in us to seek wise counsel, let's do so.
Right on.
You know.
Already, man. Yes, man.
Yeah.
What's next? What's in the immediate future? What you want people to know? What y'all doing? Where y'all at? Cause y'all out. So, what it do?
Look, we got new growth coming to you. I'm praying that it's coming to you in June. But just in case you want to hear what's on New Growth, if you haven't heard Bad Days, it's on there. It's an amazing song with Brian Angel. Shout out to Brian Angel. It's a movie. We got a visual to Bad Days as well. We got Church Girl Bounce on there. So if you haven't heard Church Girl Bounce, it's on all streaming platforms right now.
And you can DM us, man. DM the new cool, man. And Barrow gonna teach you how to do the church girl bounce one-on-one.
That's a Holy Ghost cap right there. But I will send you the tutorial. I will send you the link to the church girl bounce tutorial. And so, church girl bounce. We on the brand new visual by the new cool is on there. It's the introduction to the album. You got to check out what your brother's been doing.
Hold on, back to church girl bounce, man. Hey, we putting on for all the church girls in the city, all around the world, man. We made a song for y'all. We uplifting all the women. Church girl bounce. Hey, y'all gotta check that out, man. Y'all gotta support your boys, man. We was thinking about y'all on this, man. We uplifting women. Hey, it's proud to be a Christian woman. We know how hard it is in the world for y'all, man, and the struggles y'all have. So, man, you got a lot of songs out here that's downgrading women, talking about women, looking at y'all as just certain objects, you know. And here come these new cool boys, man, with an uplifting song saying, hey, you beautiful, keep your faith, you strong, keep God first, keep being a mother. Come on, somebody. Hey.
She can't be bought by some shoes or a purse every day. Oh, come on. Get me started.
You know what I'm saying?
Come on.
So, hey, y'all check that out, man. Learn that dance, man. This summer, man, hey, it ain't a hot girl. It's a church girl summer. All summer, man, 2024. Let's go.
Yes, what he said.
Yeah, man. Right on, man. And these brothers will be back somewhere down the line again on the BeatStreet.
Oh, of course, man.
We trying to get a residency here, like Usher did in Las Vegas.
Yeah. Yes, indeed, man. Well, yeah, that's what it is, man. So, man, already, man, we gonna end it right there, man. I say, may the Lord continue to bless y'all, man. Increase y'all platform, man, and people that's listening to y'all, man, because once they get it, it's on.
Amen.
You know what I'm saying? Once they hear it, it's gonna get them. Because, you know, people can't deny good music, man. That's one thing, man. So I just pray that God put more ears on y'all music, you know, and continue doing what y'all doing, continue to looking shiny and sharp and good, man, and all that stuff, man. You know, it's on the cool, man.
And same to you and everything that you're doing for Southern gospel hip hop. You know what I'm saying? And this platform is so needed for our community. You know, so may God continue to not only give you the motivation, but give you the resources, give you the funds, give you the help that you need in order to continue to put out, you know, production of the BeatStreet, man, putting a spotlight not just on artists, but on producers.
Yeah.
You know, and playmakers in the city and in the industry, so that artists like us could be heard and felt and be able to express ourselves on tracks. Because for me, I need a producer.
Yeah.
I need producers. You know, it's nothing that AI can do for me like a producer who's creating songs from his soul or her soul.
Right.
And, you know, it's like it resonates with me in such a way that it's pulling something out of me I never thought was there.
Yeah.
So the collaboration of an artist and producer is necessary. It's like peanut butter and jelly.
Yeah.
It's a perfect combination, man.
Right on, man. Already, man. Man, thank y'all for listening to and checking out the BeatStreet Podcast, man. Y'all continue to tune in and bless everybody already.